All right, guys, we're going to be going over pages 1 through 4 in the workbook. A few things to note. Just when working through the workbook, I always think it's good to have a practice of reading the instructions, which are in bold, before working on any of the problems. I know that sounds obvious to hopefully most of y'all, but I can't tell you how many times I've had students who are like, I don't understand this problem, and they've just looked at it without reading what they're supposed to do. And so it's one thing if you don't understand how to do the math. It's another thing if you're not even trying to see what they're asking of you. So just something to keep in mind. So I'm going to start on page 1 here, numbers 1 and 2, and I'll just hold these up periodically, and you can pause it if you want to look at the answers. But it says, count on or back by 10,000s or 100,000s, then fill in the blanks. So number 1, we have 40,000, 50,000, 60,000. So from there are 70,000 and 80,000. And then in number 2, we have 900,000, 800,000, 700,000. Keep that trend. We got 600,000 and 500,000. All right, so there are our first two sets of answers. Next, on number 3, it says complete the table, then write the number in standard form and in word form. So they've given us a place value chart, and we have 4 dots under 100,000s, 2 in 10,000s, 5 in thousands, 3 in hundreds, 1 in tens, and 6 in ones, right? So that is what that would look like. Let me hold that up. There's the table, right? So they already did the 100,000s for you. But then as we go, we have 2 10,000s, that's 20,000, 5 thousands, that's 5,000, 3 hundreds, that's 300, 1 10, that's 10, and 6 ones, that is 6. And then writing that in word and standard form, we get 425,316. And a good way I like to, again, break this down is just take those first 3 digits. 425, right? So that's the first thing we'd write, 420-5, 1,000, right? That comma reminds me 1,000, so 1,000, comma. And then let's look at our next set of numbers, 316. So 316. And again, this doesn't have a hyphen because 16 is one word. Okay, so again, feel free to pause that if you want to look over those answers. All right, moving on to the back. This whole section asks us to write each number in standard form. So our first one, we have 239,653, right? Just counting in the place value charts. Next one, we have 835,720. Okay. Next one, it asks 816,000. So let's just break that down. Right now, we've gone from converting it from a place value chart to standard form, and now we're doing it from word form to standard form. So that is, I think, a little bit tougher at times, or I see students make more mistakes there. So let's just take the first section, 816,000, so 816, comma, 943, so 943. And then underneath there, these aren't instructions, but I get kids who get stuck on this part. They're just giving you a suggestion of how to break it down, which I already kind of explained, right? It says first read the thousands period, 816,000, then read the remaining period, 943. That's just what we did. That's all that's doing. It's not additional instructions. Okay, our next one, 605,000, right? Just ignore the 1,000, just write 605, right? All that 1,000 is telling us is to put a comma. Then 500, so we're just writing the number 500. Next, 103,000, so 103, the 1,000 means comma, then 31. There's nothing in the hundreds place, so we're going to fill that with a 0. If you don't have anything in the hundreds place and you leave it blank, then you're going to change the number. That'd be like 310, or you're missing a spot. It wouldn't work. Next one, 870,000. So we're going to write 870. That 1,000 again just tells us to put a comma. Then it says 3. So no hundreds, no tens. We're just going to put zeros to fill those places. Last one, 300,000. So just the number 300. That 1,000 again tells us comma. And then 12. So again, no hundreds. So we're going to put a 0 and then the number 12. All right. So there we go. There are our numbers for that bottom section. Okay, on to the next page. Page 3. Fill in the headings, right? Tens, hundreds, 10,000s, or 100,000s. Then write each number in word form, right? So I've filled in the table already. And then this first one, again, we're just going to do it in sections. We have 1 in the 100,000s, 0 10,000s, and 5,000s. So we have 105, right? That's our first set of words, 105, 1,000, comma. Looking in the next section, we have 3, 6, and 2. 362. 360-2. All right. Then our next one, same thing. I filled out those headers that were missing. And then we have 5 in the 100,000s, 6 in the 10,000s, no thousands. So that's just, if we looked on its own, 560, 560,000, then comma, no hundreds. We're left with 2 tens and 1 1, 21, 20-1. All right, so there are our first two. Next one, we're going to write these in word form as well. So we have 65 at the beginning, 65,000, comma. Next section, 142 or 140-2 to be more specific. Next, looking at the first section, 368,000, so 360-8,000, comma, and then 400 is left. All right, so there is that section. Last page. Number 4. So it says complete to express each number in word form. So we have 802,101 or 802,100. 1 is missing, the number 1. Next we have 324,306, 324 blank, 306. We're not missing any numbers, but we're missing that important word, thousand. 150,000, 150, yep, that's already there, comma, blank, 160. Well, it's a 2 there, a 260. Last one, we have 2 blanks. 900 blank thousand. So we have 900. They forgot the 99,000. Then 100. Well, what's left? 100. We still are left with the 98. Okay, so there that is filled out. All right, next it says use the table showing the populations of some cities to answer the questions. First, it says write the population of Pittsburgh in word form. Well, Pittsburgh has 312,819. So 312,000, 819. Okay. Then it asks which city has the least population? What is its population? So if we look at this, the one with the fewest digits and the smallest amount is Hyde Park, New York. And it has 9,000, 523 people. And that is it for our first workbook assignment.